And welcome back to Wizards Outlook. I spoke to you guys a little bit earlier this evening on the Wizards pregame cardio. Literally all the things you touched on in terms of things to watch out for, they all came into fruition in the very worst way in that third quarter. Um, I know you tweeted it all caps when LaMelo was going crazy. I just felt like even an all caps tweet was an understatement of what we saw. But you were in the building. Your thoughts on this? I guess the third quarter. I'm not gonna say this game. The third quarter.
And we all know what it is with LaMelo, man. He one of the best in the world in the league and manipulating the offenses, especially out of pick and roll sets, pick and roll actions, and that's what he did. The Wizards kept going under. They kept switching. They kept being late, and he bombed them. And when he got hot, like I said in the pregame show, he only needed to see a couple go in, and then he's gonna get very, very trigger happy, and that's what you saw. He had 18 in the corner. In the quarter, he was 6 or 7 from deep, but 6 or 8 overall. But he also had 5 rebounds and 3 assists. So, he pretty much blew open the game and made sure that they was gonna pull that one out. Man, they provided no resistance, and then when he got cold, Con Knipple went back to work. So that's why I say everything starts with ball, man. You got to be able to contain him and disrupt him to make sure that it disrupts their offense. Because if you don't, he's just gonna pick you apart either by him scoring or he's gonna find the guys.
Ray, your thoughts on that third quarter when Euro Cardell said that third quarter where the game was won and lost.
Yeah, that's basically what it boils down to, man. You can't just let LaMelo be comfortable and do what he wants. If you do this, is the result you're gonna get. He's too good to not try to disrupt him in some way. Yeah, once he got rolling, it was a wrap. Because not only you got to worry about him scoring, the defense focus on him, and he's a excellent facilitator as well. So that makes everybody on the court equally as dangerous. So once he got into that mode, it was pretty much nothing the Wizards could do. And yeah, Charlotte just ran away with it.
All right, we're not gonna make this harder than it is. Player of the game. I feel like you guys mentioned it 12 times already.
30, yeah, I mean ball, but I want people to understand how dominant he was. He had 37, 8, and 7 through 3 quarters with no turnovers, and 12 or 20 from the field, 10 or 15 from deep, 3 or 3 from the line. But he had no turnovers, none. Like I said, man, if you still getting mad at the result at this point in time in the season with what's going on, that's on you. I'm just here so I won't get fired, man.
That's a great point. So real quick, just you talked to add on to his dominance, right? So this season, when he's seen the Wizards, I'm not sure if this is counting tonight. At least before tonight, he was averaging 29 and a half points a game against the Wizards going into tonight. That's the type of success he's had against Washington. In his last 10 games against Washington, 27 and a half points, 8.5 assists, 5.8 rebounds. Last 10 games. Like you say. So that means at least 10 other times you've gotten on here to tell folks that it starts and ends with him. And they have struggled with that 10 out of 10 times, and tonight makes it 11.
He's the franchise player. I mean, they building a team around him. Athletes, shooters, and other go-to scorers when he got to facilitate. So you can't key in on him. And they building it. They about to be a problem.
And you highlighted one of the big pieces. Youngster this year, Knuckles, been everything this season. Um, he's been huge for them. But you guys mentioned player of the game, X Factor. Who you guys have tonight?
You just said him.
Knipple.
Chris Mullin Jr. You just saw it. You just said it. You just said it.
Those three is just giving the Wizards hell this year. Those two, you throw in Brandon Miller the times he's been on the court. And then the other guy who's been extremely disruptive, but he was suspended tonight, and Musa Diabate. But like you said, Carter, there's no reason to be upset at this point in the year. At this time, as I said, they ended this homestand, I believe, 2-1. They beat the Pacers back to back, and then LaMelo did what he did. LaMelo and Khan did what they did this evening. Up next for Washington, I believe they got 2 games against Atlanta uh, coming up next, and then they come home this upcoming weekend. So we'll check in with you guys then. Appreciate y'all. Y'all
Against the
have a good evening.
Raptors.
The Raptors at home this weekend.